Hello everyone, this is DZ Maven here with another Gunpla review, and this time something a little bit different here. As you can see here today, I've got the real grade 00 Gundam Seven Swords. Now this is actually a exclusive P-Bandai variant of the real grade 00 Gundam. This review isn't really going to be a very comprehensive one, basically because it's the same 00 Gundam real grade that I've already reviewed before, so if you're interested in hearing about the articulation, some of the extras, and the stuff about the 00 Gundam, you can look at my 00 Riser review, because that covers all the same things, but here, I want to focus on the extra stuff that comes with this kit in particular here, which is namely the 7 Sword equipment. So here it is, all put together and everything here. And as you can see right off the bat, the base Gundam is the same as the 00 Gundam, but you do get this new 7 Swords equipment with it. So starting right off, with this kit, you do get some new knee parts for the base 00 Gundam. That's really the only new parts on the actual Gundam itself here. But you do get all these new weapons for it. You do get two new GN Sword 2s. You get the GN Sword 2 long and GN Sword 2 short. And you also get these GN Katars. There's two of them. They're mounted on the knees right now. And lastly, of course, you get the GN Buster Sword 2, which is on the left shoulder. So basically, the kit overall is pretty good here. I mean, I'm really going to focus on these new parts here. They're good quality. They match the aesthetic of the 00 Gundam pretty well here. So no real complaints about that. The handles on these GN Swords is the exact same as the original GN Sword 2s. So again, you don't get any colored lenses for these. They're the same clear parts as before. If you're wondering off the top of your head, do you get the parts to make any additional stuff from the original 00 Riser kit? No, not really. I mean, you do get the original knee parts if you want to swap those out, but as for the weapons and everything from the 00 Riser, no, you don't get any of the original GN Sword 2 blades. So we're going to take a closer look at some things here. So basically there's a nice close-up of the GN Buster Sword. You do get stickers with this kit here, and unfortunately you do get quite a lot of pinstriping stickers, which are a real pain in the ass to apply and put on, especially on the GN Buster Sword here. Some very long ones on there. But let's take a look at these new GN Sword 2s here first. And you still get the little attachment pegs. But let's look at the GN Sword 2 short here. Again, these all go down into their little rifle mode. I guess in this case this will be more of a pistol mode. Again, just kind of flip the blade around like that, and now you've got your GN short pistol, I guess. Now this does come with a additional function. Oops, that piece came out. There we go. It does come with this additional function where this blade tip can detach, like so. And you have a wire. Let me grab the wire here. And you have a wire that comes with this, so you can attach into this and go like that, and essentially have something of a sort of like a wired thorn blade thing with the short GN Sword 2 here, so pretty neat. Now with this big GN Sword 2, this big one here, this is actually a pretty big weapon. It's almost the same size as the GN Sword 3. And because of that, it does have a little bit of weight to it in the hands of the 00 Gundam here, so it kind of does tend to sag a little bit when trying to hold this here. And unfortunately, unlike with the GN Sword 3, there is no support bracket on the back of this to help support it, so it's going to end up sagging in the hands, unfortunately. But this does have a rifle mode, and it's sort of like a long shot rifle mode. There is a little side handle on the blade that comes out like that so that the other hand can hold on to it. So then it kind of acts like almost like a giant sniping gun almost. But that's what it looks like in its rifle mode, which is pretty darn big. So One thing that kind of annoyed me a little bit about this here, it uses the same little centerpiece that the regular GN Sword 2s have. Little tiny little beam emitters that go inside here, but unfortunately I think they are too small for this, because when you try and look at it from the front, they're actually completely obscured. So I think Bandai probably should have made a slightly bigger beam emitter piece on this here. It's just my opinion, really. But anyway, they're both pretty nice looking, pretty sweet here, but like I said, this is really big, and the double gunner might have a little bit of trouble trying to hold this. Now, the other thing we have here are these GN Katars. They just kind of come right off the legs. Now, when I was kind of researching this, I kind of noticed something interesting. The Master Grade version of the Seven Swords kit can combine the GN Katars into like a giant double-bladed weapon. Unfortunately, you cannot do that on this real grade version, which is kind of a disappointment. Now, they have little handles that can pop out the hands. Trigger hands can hold right onto these, and you can hold them like so, slicing around, stabbing. In addition to that, you can mount these on the elbows via a little bracket that the kit comes with here. Let's even do it with this arm here. So you will have something kind of like so, if you want. So now you can do like a punching dagger effect with this if you want. So they're pretty nice. They're pretty basic though. There's nothing really too much to them though. So, and of course the cream the crop is this giant GN Buster Sword here, and as you might expect, it is quite heavy for the kit to hold. So to help alleviate that, Bandai does provide you with this little support stand for the GN Sword, for the GN Buster Sword here, which will plug into a little hole right here in the middle here, so it can help pose with this very big accessory here. It's as big as the 00 Gundam itself here. But as you can see on the back, this is in its storage mode right now currently, so there's a little hole right here for a GN drive to stick through, and it basically just attaches to this little peg here, the same little peg that the those little shields attached to on the sides of the GN drives here. But when you want to use it, you want to stick that back in, close it up, and now you can go into its other mode if you want. It can sort of hold the GN sword this way, and you can use the same little attachment peg piece like so and stick it on the side of the arm, kind of like that. And in that mode you can use it as a giant shield, and basically these parts will come out like so, like that, revealing the GN condensers inside, and basically this acts as a very big giant GN shield. So it creates a giant GN barrier and blocks stuff. So yeah, that's what it does. So when you put it, so the other thing here is the sword mode, and basically for that you just gotta pull the handle out like that, and then these little pieces come out. And voila, you have a giant GN Buster Sword. Now you're wondering, can 00 Gundam hold this? Yes and no. It will hold it with some help with the support stand, as I said, but this is actually a very, very heavy accessory, so do not expect the 00 Gundam itself to actually be able to hold this very well. I had quite a challenge when taking my photographs trying to keep it in the hands, and the trigger hands like to keep falling apart because of the weight. Just the sheer weight of this makes the hands pry apart. So if you do want to do some, like, put this in a serious pose with the GN Buster Sword, you might actually want to consider taking those little grip hands, those trigger hands, sticking on there, and probably just gluing them onto the GN Buster Sword and just leave it posed like that and be done with it, because otherwise I find it tends to pry the hands apart while trying to keep it in the hands, and it's a lot of trouble to get to hold this here. So, but anyway, it's a pretty nice accessory. The only other thing I probably can complain about this here, I want to nitpick here, is technically there are supposed to be GN condenser lenses on the back side of this as well, not just the front, and they don't even really give you stickers for that. So it's kind of just a little bit of a missing detail on this kit, on this here. So, but it's not that big a deal here. So, but anyway, it's pretty nice. It's pretty impressive looking. You might feel good about it. Maybe not. I don't know. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it here. And and well, I mean, you do get the same general accessories as a regular real grade double Gundam. You got your beam sabers and your different hands with it, and that's pretty much it. And you do get another figure of Setsuna with this as well, and of course an action-based connector. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this year. This is a P-Bandai kit. Came out, I think it was November, December last year. Well, it came out as a con exclusive, I believe, in Japan originally. Then it became a regular release in January this year, I think. That's what it is. Anyway, it retails for 3,000 yen, but fat chance being able to get it for that price, though. As a P-Bandai kit, you're probably likely to find this for around $60 or so. So I'm not really going to bother to score it, because a value score of it would be probably pretty abysmal. So generally what I'm going to say, is it worth getting or pass? I'm going to be kind of somewhere in the middle with this here. It's kind of a meh. I mean, if you're a big fan of the 00 Gundam and the Seven Swords, then yeah, try and get it. But if you're not that much invested into this, I would say pass on it. There are probably better P-Bandai kits you can probably spend your money on, I'd say. But like I said, this is actually my first time with a P-Bandai kit, so I kind of went out of my way to try and get this one and try and do a review of it. And I feel like it's okay. I mean, I still feel like P-Bandai stuff is generally overpriced, but I mean that's because of the limited release stuff. It's a limited release item. That's why it's expensive. So the price is always going to be scalped, I guess you can say, for anybody living in the West. But yeah, anyway, that's my kind of basic review of the P-Bandai 00 Gundam Seven Swords, the real grade version. I hope you enjoyed that and found it interesting, and I do have a photo gallery. If you want to see more photos of it, just look below in the description. And be sure to give me a like if you liked the video, and leave any comments or questions below. And be sure to subscribe, because there's more stuff coming. Anyway, I hope you'll have a great day, and thanks for watching. See you next time.